Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Aquariuses. Happy New Year. This is going to be for the month of January 2024. What you guys are looking at is the energy you guys can expect to be walking into in the month of January. So first I'm going to go over the transits. I'm going to go over these weekly, and then I'm going to go over my channeled messages. So I will update these transits as we get to that part of the video. All right, so let's get to it. On January 1st, we have Venus in Sagittarius in your guys' 11th house. It will be squaring, Saturn in Pisces in your second house, okay? So this is going to be speaking of, it's probably going to be different storylines for you guys, right? Because right away I'm thinking this is going to be talking about your money, because Venus can speak about money. But then again, this can also be speaking about friends and holding yourselves back, restricting yourself in some type of way. And I say that because the second house can speak of the things you guys value. It's not necessarily just the things you guys, own or, your wallet. But the 11th house does connect in the sense that how do you guys make your money? Because the 11th house can speak of making your money through other people, groups of people, social networking. But I'm thinking, let's see. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, is in your second house. Capricorn is in the 12th house. Ruler is in the second house, the things you guys value, own. And then Venus, that ruler is in 4th house as well as the 9th house. Okay, let's just move forward. Let's see what else. January 1st, that same day, Mercury goes direct in your 11th house. Okay. And then January 4th, Mars enters Capricorn in your in your 12th house. Okay, so, I don't like that. I don't like Mars entering the 12th house. Okay, so let's get to the channeled messages. First week. I feel like you guys are in a movie theater and the screen is really bright on the audience and you're watching the audience and the scene changes. Whatever you're looking at, I feel like it's trees for whatever reason. I see you guys as being angry. There's a, excuse me, there's an earthquake because I felt this. I felt like a shake. So there's something you learn or know about that angers you, and I see smoke coming out of your ears. I see your heart is blocked, and then I see the middle finger. Okay, so yeah, the reason I don't like Mars entering anybody's 12th house is because this always speaks of mental conflict. It speaks of, I mean, like a positive way I feel like it could be is like being physically active. I feel like it could make you, you know, go to the gym in some type of way. Like it could make you want to be physically active. But it also speaks of hidden enemies. So, and I just feel like it's connected to the people you know, and I feel like based off what I channeled, this is what's coming through, and you guys are picking up on it. I feel like Aquariuses are intuitive if they don't have gifts. So I feel like you guys are just picking up on this. So let's see this again. Venus in your 11th house. So Venus in the 11th house, this is a nice energy in general. You guys probably were really enjoying this while it's been here. At least I would think so. This is a very popular energy, especially in Sagittarius. But then there's a holdup and it involves your second house. So anytime I think of Venus squaring Saturn, it's definitely a karmic lesson. There's a block, and it usually involves it either involves money, like not making money, or not making it in the way that you want to, or it involves relationships, not being in the relationship you want or desire, or like relationships coming to an end, feeling like you're not good in relationships. So something is being told here, and like I said, for some of you guys it could definitely be in regards to money, how you make your money. So Mercury goes direct in Sagittarius in your 11th house, so something will definitely be more clear in your thoughts. Communication will be more clear with your group of people. But then Mars enters Capricorn in your 12th house. So yeah, like I said before, there will be mental conflict here. There will be frustrations and possibly hidden enemies. And I feel like that's what I'm picking up on by channeling a movie theater, which is usually dark, right? The only thing that's lit up is a movie screen. And that's exactly what's going on here. The screen is lit up and it's so bright, the movie screen, and it's shining like this light on the audience. But you guys aren't watching the movie screen. You guys are watching the audience. And then the scene changes to trees. So anytime I see trees, I think of knowledge, information, possibly spiritual knowledge. And I see you guys angry, and there's an earthquake. So there's something you learn or know about that angers you, and smoke comes out of your ears. I see your heart is blocked, and the middle finger. So yeah, I'm definitely going to say it has to do with this Venus squaring Saturn and then Mars entering your 12th house. Definitely. Okay, so the second week of January for you guys, I see Sun in Capricorn in your 12th house on January 9th is trining Uranus in your 4th house in Taurus. Uranus is in retrograde here. So anytime I see... So when the Sun and Uranus are talking to each other in a good way, this is like an enlightening moment. There is a eureka moment. There is a download from spirit, something like this. And this is happening with your 12th house and your 4th house. So something You guys are able to see something, and I feel like it's in regards to your home life, in regards to maybe something you didn't realize and it's coming to light. So then January 11th, there's a new moon that enters Capricorn in your 12th house. Then January 12th, Mars in Capricorn in your 12th house is trining Jupiter in your 4th house in Taurus. Okay. So a trine is a blessing. This is an easy energy. It's a gift that is being given to you, or it's such an easy flowing energy that sometimes you don't even realize it's a blessing because it just comes so naturally. So with the Mars energy, I feel like it could be more than one thing here. It could be an initiative. It could be the willpower, the drive to do something. And then January 12th, Juno in Virgo in your 8th house goes retrograde. So when I see Juno in Virgo, I'm thinking of the Hermit in Tarot. I'm thinking of solitude. I'm thinking of going within. Usually Juno speaks of soulmate energy, and it still does. But the fact that it's going in retrograde, to me, it speaks about taking a break from people, or thinking about what it is you actually want from another person. Or I feel like what I'm picking up on is, if this is in regards to money, then what is it that really like resonates with you guys inside in order to, I don't know, get this money or make your money, something connected with money. And if it's relationships, then what is it that you really seek in regards to another partner to make it work with another person? There's something about reflecting here. And it may connect with your own shadows is what I'm picking up on, because the 8th house is your shadow. But you also may be picking up on other people's shadows as well, okay? Because the ruler of Virgo is Mercury, and it's in your 11th house again. So it's either money or it's your group of people. January 13th, Mercury enters Capricorn. So Mercury is leaving 11th house and it's going into your 12th house. Oh my gosh, you guys have a stellium going on in this 12th house. Okay, what did I channel for you guys? Okay, so I'm getting shape-shifter energy. So basically, you guys have the ability to shape-shift. You have the ability to change your energy. I was seeing a fox, a cat, and an owl. So with these three energies, what I think about is with a fox, this is an energy that is strategic. It watches, it plans. And with a cat, I think of mysticism. And then with an owl, I think of wisdom. All right. I'm picking up on nice energy, but then it changes to the devil. But when I say that, I'm picking up on Capricorn energy. And so this makes sense to me. Tonsils. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me finish that thought. With the devil energy with Capricorn, it could be obsessions with achieving something you guys want. Okay, so then I'm picking up on tonsils in the mouth and wanting to speak, but speaking upside down. I'm getting the hangman, lots of fog, but also mountains. You either don't speak, or if you do, it doesn't come out right. So I'm picking up on the 12th house, and I'm picking up on your second house. And this makes sense to me because Mercury, the planet of speaking and your thoughts, is actually in the house that natally belongs to Pisces. So when I think of the hangman and tarot, I feel like this could be looked at as the cave, because if you go into a cave, you know, like let's pretend like, I don't know, with the nomads, like you're in there and you're just thinking, like, at least this is what I would picture it like. At least with the imagery, I know it's a little bit different than what I'm describing, but the caveman, like the man going into the cave, is supposed to be representative of the mind. Like it's all mental. There's just a lot of thinking that is required before going into a situation. And I feel like that's what I'm picking up on. It's a situation that is not clear, but you want to be clear on it, and you want to go about it in a, I feel like a stable type of way because of the, what did I say? Mountains that I was picking up on. So mountains, I always look at that as Capricorn energy. So you want to go about it in an earth way. You don't want to go about it in a watery type of way. So I feel like you don't want to speak based on your emotions, and it may feel that way because all these things are happening in your 12th house, and you're cognizant of it, is what I'm picking up on. So I'm picking up on back and forth energy. You know, I think the fox energy is thinking about, should you know, you could be like watching whatever the situation is, seeing how it plays out, and then wanting to go off your intuition with the cat. And then the owl is the wisdom of knowing better, is how I picture it. Excuse me. So let's go back to the transits. I want to see this for a second. So we have the sun in the 12th house, which just tells me right away this is spiritual energy. And also the fact that it's trining Uranus, again, it's like being able to see something. You're able to, you know, you're connected with your higher self. There is an enlightening moment where you definitely are connected with source and you feel something. So I feel like you understand something the second week of January, but maybe you don't have, I don't know, tangible proof. You don't have anything that is tangible regarding this. Because 12th house things, this isn't tangible. This is all mental. These are things that you don't have physical, you know, proof of. Then there's a new moon in Capricorn. So something new is happening here. And then you guys have Mars in Capricorn. It's exalted here, and it's trining Jupiter in your 4th house in Taurus. Let's see. And then Juno goes retrograde in Virgo in your 8th house. So 8th house, I always look at this as, it depends what's going on here, like what energy's in the 8th house and what planets they're talking to. But this can be looked at as intuition as well. And I'm saying this because you guys have the cat. I feel like this is, excuse me, connected with the energy you guys are feeling, because you guys have Saturn and Neptune on the same axis in your 2nd house. Mercury enters your 12th house in Capricorn. Nice energy, but then it changes to the devil. Tonsils, mouth, wanting to. So 8th house energy can also be obsessive energy as well. And Mercury energy in general can be, again, it depends like what's going on with it, but it can be analytical. It could overthink. I think in general, it's just you guys have too much going on in your 12th house. I mean, the 12th house in general, it's the place of the house of undoing. You know, we're supposed to, whatever we have going on there, kind of step away from, because we're not fully able to connect to this house 100% because it's not tangible. It's hard to put into words. Anyway, 3rd week of January, you guys have the sun in Capricorn in your 12th house on January 15th, sextiling Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house. So you guys are able to see something that you wouldn't normally be able to see. So in your 2nd house, where there normally would be fog, clouds, The sun is shining a light here for you guys. Okay, so that's good. That's good energy. You guys are putting work into something here. January 18th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house is then sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your second house. Again, this is good energy. Whatever it is you're able to see on January 15th in your second house, you guys are then able to manifest. You guys are able to articulate into words, into thoughts, and you guys are able to create some type of plan. Then on January 19th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 11th house is squaring Neptune in your second house. So again, there is this block, there is this karmic lesson, there is this holdup in regards to Venus. And Venus in Sagittarius, it wants to have fun. It wants to have a good time, especially if it's in the 11th house. It really just wants to enjoy itself here, especially with its people. But it's almost as if like it can't see properly, or it can't enjoy the time that it wants to have, something like that with the things it values. January 19th, that same day, Mercury in Capricorn in the 12th house is trining Jupiter in Taurus in the 4th house. Okay, so that's a good energy. And then January 20th, Sun in Capricorn conjunct the Sun in Capricorn in your 12th house. So this is a very karmic energy. It's very transformative. Whatever Pluto touches, Pluto's like the reaper. So, you know, if Pluto touches, you know, whatever, it's going to turn into ash, right? So it's like, before it leaves your 12th house, it's like something will be changed. Like whatever Pluto touches, it changes forever. So I feel like something in your mind is going to transform, or whatever you guys have been working on mentally. It's going to like make one last final round before it leaves into your first house. Because later that same day, and definitely double check the dates I've given you guys, Pluto and the Sun will be entering your first house. All right. Okay. So the third week, what did I channel for you guys? I see you guys following your higher self. It kind of felt like an odd energy this week for the third week for you guys, because I'm seeing you guys walking around and feeling very strange. I then see this black stuff coming off a pyramid. And anytime I see a pyramid, I think of higher knowledge, higher wisdom, higher consciousness. And anytime I see like black stuff coming out of something like the mind, or just anything that represents, you know, let's just say higher consciousness, it's usually like negative energy. Something's like not right that is pouring out of the mind where it would normally be okay. So something is going on, I feel like, with you guys. I feel like you guys are having difficulty accessing like the higher access. I just feel like you guys are having difficulty accessing the higher facilities of your mind, or something like that. Like maybe you guys can't think clearly, or you can't connect with your higher consciousness is what I'm picking up on. And I feel like, again, it goes back to this Venus in Sagittarius squaring Neptune and Pisces in your second house. And it's funny because I almost wonder if it really is something to do with your people, because I feel like with Aquarius energy, it's not necessarily that every Aquarius is doing a humanitarian thing. But natally, you guys, this is your house, right? The 11th house. So I'm definitely picking up that there's a problem with your guys' house, okay? And I feel like Aquarius energy is always for the collective. They're always for the 12th house in some type of way, whether they're consciously aware of it or not. Because you have two types of Aquariuses. You have Aquariuses that are consciously aware that they want to help the collective. And then you have the type of Aquariuses that, not that they're not consciously aware, but it's like they're helping the collective in a scientific type of way. You know, they're not trying to help in an intuitive, mystical, emotional type of way. It's like it's different. So I feel like with your second house being Pisces energy and how this natally belongs to the 12th house, your 12th house and your 11th house, I feel like are just kind of like uneasy. Like they're just not, it's not a good energy this month. And I feel like those two houses like really build you guys up in general. And there's some type of issue here. And again, I mean, for some of you, it could speak about your money, but I think it's talking about the things you guys value. I think also another thing I'm seeing is there's difficulty with committing, because the sun, excuse me, while it's in the 12th house, before it goes into your first house, it's shining a light on the things you guys need to be committed to, because Capricorn is here in your 12th house. Capricorn energy talks about commitment. It talks about restrictions. It talks about the things you need to do in order to get to where you want to go, right? And you guys have the ruler of Capricorn, which is Saturn, in the house, the second house of the things you guys value normally. But the things you guys normally value are Pisces-like things. So this is the complete opposite to... They're just complete polar opposites. So I feel like what I'm seeing is your guys' eye, and it's really, really bright. So you guys are seeing something, but then I'm seeing your eye also turn into Saturn, and I'm seeing a ring, like you guys are committing to something, but then I'm also seeing like these two hands kind of like move your eye into certain directions, like to focus. So I feel like this is talking about these other placements I'm seeing with Venus in the 11th house in Sagittarius. I feel like this can talk about having difficulty focusing, having difficulty committing, right? I mean, on the same axis as Gemini energy in the 5th house, you guys may just want to have fun, although I'm definitely picking up on having difficulty here, having fun, because your higher self is telling you guys it's not a time to have fun right now, but you guys want to go out and have fun. And you guys may get distracted. I feel like at home or something like this happens. I feel like there are some random interruptions. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's like Pluto and the sun are trying to like change your mind, like trying to like get you to commit to something that you already know about. And with this black stuff coming out of the pyramid, I almost feel like maybe there's difficulty here. So yeah, I feel like your attention it's having a hard time. Okay, so the last week of January, Venus enters your 12th house in Capricorn on January 23rd. Okay. There will be a full moon in Leo in your 7th house on January 25th. Oh, what? Hold on. Oh, okay, interesting. Uranus goes direct in Taurus on January 26th. Nice. And that same day, Sun in Aquarius in your 1st house is squaring Jupiter in Taurus in your 4th house. Okay. The next day, January 27th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house is conjunct Mars in Capricorn in your 12th house. That same day, Venus in Capricorn is sextiling Pisces. I'm sorry, Venus in Capricorn in your 12th house is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 2nd house, okay? The next day, January 28th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house is trining Uranus in Taurus in your 4th house. And then that same day, we have Venus in Capricorn in the 12th house trining Jupiter in Taurus in your 4th house.